Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Today, this article comes from Variety, and the theme is Halloween, more specifically, horror films. I want to know in the comments if you guys have heard of this horror film. Let me read more into this article. Terrifier 4, confirmed by creator Damien Leone. Terrifier 3 has not yet arrived in theaters, but already its writer and director Damien Leone confirmed that he will make Terrifier 4. The third installment of the slasher franchise premiered Thursday night at Fantastic Fest in Austin, Texas. During a Q&A, Leone affirmed, yes, there will be a Terrifier 4. No further details were given. The franchise gained a cult-like following in its first release, but it only became a big name in horror after the sequel came out. Terrifier 2 surpassed expectations, reaching $15 million in box office sales. The movie's budget, in contrast, was less than a tenth of that at $250,000. As for Terrifier 3, the cast remains full of familiar faces, with David Howard Thornton returning as Art the Clown. Also returning is Lauren Rivera as Sienna, Elliot Fullman as Jonathan Shaw, Samantha Scafidi as Victoria Hayes, and Chris Jericho as Burke. The movies are known for their extreme, gory, grisly kills and over-the-top special effects, with the terrifying and silent Art the Clown becoming a new horror icon. The threequel is set on the night of Christmas Eve, and it leaves the door open for another sequel. New cast additions include Daniel Roebuck from the Final Destination films as Santa Claus, Antonella Rose from Fear the Walking Dead, Jason Patrick from The Lost Boys, and Jonathan Abrams from The House of Wax. Another big name that came in behind the scenes was acclaimed visual effects artist Tom Savini. Terrifier 3 will officially hit theaters on October 11th, and that is obviously October 11th, 2024. I have seen Terrifier. I've seen Terrifier 2, and I must say this is not a film that is for everybody. If you have a weak stomach or you do not like a lot of gore, this film is not for you. Very niche. I don't ever think it's really going to be super mainstream, but very interesting to see that that second installment did so much. I actually saw it when it came out in theaters, and I think it was getting a lot of rave and attention because it had made $2 million, but I didn't know that that box office actually reached $15 million. It was a slow burn, too. A lot of people were talking about it, and word of mouth picked up, so I think that kind of added to the success, and it actually fueled the box office there. If one thing I do have to praise about this film, it is the special effects. Really good special effects for the budgets that they do have. I believe the second film, Terrifier 2, cost about $200 million. The special effects were top-notch. You would have thought the film cost a couple $1 million. And then I think Terrifier 1, which came out in 2016, I think the budget for that was about $35,000, and I think it grossed about $450,000 to $550,000. So very good return on investment. But yeah, second film, $250,000 budget, and it made $15 million. Very good return. I think the budget for Terrifier 3 is at about $2 million, so the budget has jumped up about 10x. We'll see what they are able to gross. It did say, I saw in another article, that they are projected to make about $10 to $12 million at the opening weekend, which would be a 6x return on your investment, so I can see why they're already planning to do another sequel to Terrifier 3. Seems like Damien Leone is still very inspired by this series. You know, if they keep those budgets tame and the movie continues to make money with their niche audience, eventually it will become more mainstream and they will just make more money. So it looks like he found his niche there, literally, no pun intended. So we'll see what happens with Terrifier 3. Don't know if I'm going to watch this film. I might watch it. Like I said, I've seen bits and pieces of Terrifier 1, and I've seen Terrifier 2 in theater, but Terrifier 3, we'll have to see how I feel about it. I wasn't really a fan of the story in Terrifier 2. It looks like this film is going to be carrying over some characters from the last film, so maybe they're actually trying to have a real story around this one, which could make the film a lot better overall. But like I said, guys, forewarning, if you go to see this movie, it's probably going to be one of the most violent movies you've ever seen, so you have been warned beforehand. So with that being said, guys, comment down below, are you going to be watching Terrifier 3 on October 11th? Have you seen any of the Terrifier films? Let me know that down in the comments. With that being said, that's all I got for this broadcast. Like, subscribe, share with a friend, and as always, be safe. It's Neff signing off.